Hello. It is Monday and I've realized that I only have 3 days left of the month to be able to finish what I wanted to read in the month in terms of the amount of books. I'm saying this because recently I've realized after my big reading slump around March when we started lockdown, I was suddenly super late in my challenge on Goodreads, and I know it doesn't really matter, but to me it does matter. I wanted to be able to read 50 books this year, and I hate that I was into such a long reading slump, and so I really wanted to fix that. So the way that I was going to do it is, instead of reading one book a week, which would have been fine if I did that the whole year because my challenge is only 50 books, well, I thought I'm going to be reading double the amount in order to catch up. So my plan for the month of September was to read 8 books, but I'm currently only at 6.5. I'm saying a half because there's one that I really just started at the end of August and then finished in September, but I don't even know whether I'm allowed to count it or not. So I was like, I need to read 2 more books, and 2 more books in 3 days. That is not a lot of time. So I've decided to cheat it a little bit. I don't think it's cheating because I never actually read those types of books. So if I don't do it constantly and say that's my whole challenge, then I think it's fine. Anyway, I've decided to read 2 short reads, very short reads, in order to manage my challenge. So the first one that I've got is Blackbird. It is a comic book and it's quite, sweet and short. I think it's about 100 pages maybe. I don't think there's page numbers, no. It's obviously gonna be read so fast because it's a freaking comic book, so I'm gonna be fine. And I think I'm gonna read that one tonight. That way I have 2 more days to read my other choice, which is The Test by Sylvain Neuvel. This is a novella, so it's 110 pages, this version at least. And I really like the author because I've got Sleeping Giants by him and really enjoyed that one. It's a sci-fi novel written in kind of a strange way. And yeah, I mean, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go check it out. But The Test, from what I understand, is a novella in a dystopian future, but kind of like not like a super far away future, maybe, in 100 years from now, I don't know. So it takes place in the future, and there's this guy called Idir who decides to pass a British citizenship test for him and his family to be able to stay in England. And when he does so, what he thinks is just a multiple choice becomes something completely different. These are the 2 short reads that I'm going to be doing in the next 3 days. And wish me luck, I guess. Hey guys, it's Tuesday morning and I finished Blackbird last night really quickly. I think I finished it at 10 o'clock and then I still had some time to watch some booktuber videos and just do something else, so it was perfect, just the right sized read. I quite enjoyed it. I'd say I gave it 3 stars, I think, on Goodreads. Just because, although I thought mostly it was pretty quick to read and beautiful, like the art is gorgeous and I really love all the drawings in there. For instance, you have like some at the back as well by other artists, and there's like one by Loish and I just love that. Look at that, it's beautiful. There's so many moments like this one that have like beautiful pieces of art, like it's honestly gorgeous and I really like it. But I did think that the story was super rushed. Like, it was all very confusing and very rushed. There's so much in terms of the lore and the world building that is just, it goes really fast and you barely have time to read, you know, the bubbles. I'm not saying that you can take your time to read them, but it just, there's no explanations in a lot of cases. It's just like, oh, and the cable's this and the paragon this, and you're like, what? And trying to piece it all together. And I get that maybe it's because the main character is almost a little bit thrown into this world, but I think in this first book she says a lot that she's done a lot of research for all the magic system, and she dreams of becoming one of them and becoming like a paragon and everything, and that she's done so much research on online forums and everything. So she knows a lot about it, and they just talk about it, you know, as if we're just not there. That means we have zero in terms of explanation. It goes so fast. And even just the beginning of the story where she says, oh, there was, you know, a big earthquake and then a car accident where her mom was in and everything. It just takes like a couple of pages and it goes so fast. And I'm not sure I enjoyed the pace of it. Like, I just felt like it was all a little bit rushed, and that a little bit more time could have been spent on, you know, smoothing out the details and telling us a little bit more about the world building and the people and everything. I did really like her, mostly like her art is gorgeous, her hair is so cool. I was expecting a tiny bit more character development and just in-depth knowledge about her as a person and her personality and everything, but I feel like despite that she still was quite a cool character to follow, and I quite enjoyed that. So I do think I will pick up the next one, if only because this is gorgeous and I just really enjoy owning such a beautiful piece of art. I think that's it. So since today is Tuesday 29th, I still have today and tomorrow to finish the other book that I have picked, which is The Test by Sylvain Neuvel. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I will let you guys know how it goes, and I will keep you updated later. Bye! Okay, I've literally just finished The Test by Sylvain Neuvel. I really enjoyed it, and I think I rated it 4 stars just because the ending felt quite bittersweet to me. I'm not gonna give any spoilers in what happens, but yeah, I just wish the ending had either been cut off or developed a little bit more. I just felt like, I guess it was necessary. I feel like, yeah, if cutting it off, it would have been just like a brilliant short story that makes you happy. I mean, not happy because it's still like Black Mirror-esque, but you know, you have more of a satisfaction towards the end if you cut off that little epilogue. But also the reason it's there is to show you the impact of what's happened during it, so it makes sense to me that it isn't, because otherwise you kind of feel like elated and not understanding fully the consequences of what's happened throughout the novella. I don't know how else to explain this without giving any spoilers, so I'm gonna shut up now. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was short and brilliant. It really felt like the characters would jump off the page and be real, and I really appreciate Sylvain Neuvel's writing, which is very different from the way he wrote, I think, in Sleeping Giants, because although it was a really long time ago I read the first book, I think it was written in more like article format or something. Like, it was really weird, like interviews and stuff. And this one was written from the first person point of view partly, and then the third person the other way. So it was just written like a normal book basically, and because his usual writing style isn't like a normal book, I just felt a little bit like, oh, this is different, this is interesting, this is how he writes when he writes normal, you know, point of views, let's say. I actually took 2 days to finish it, even though it's so short. I generally could have finished it yesterday, but because the topic is a little bit darker, it's about, you know, immigration test, and it's this guy Idir who wants him and his family to be able to become British citizens. So he's coming in to the immigration office to pass this 25 multiple choice questions test, and it becomes something very different and unexpected and like very Black Mirror-esque. Like a lot of people are comparing it to an episode of Black Mirror on the Goodreads reviews that I've seen. So it is like about a more serious topic, I guess, and a little bit darker, and I guess after a full day of work I just really wasn't feeling like I wanted to read anything that deep, if that makes sense. So I kind of just... There's a plane. Rude. So I kind of just watched episodes of Gilmore Girls instead of reading more.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I want this.
I'm sorry, ma'am. That's just a display. It's not for sale.
Everything is for sale.
I will take care of it.
So this is why I just finished it today, and today is Wednesday the 30th, which means I have reached my small monthly goal of 8 books, and I should be okay in my Goodreads challenge. This hopefully was a very short and sweet vlog. I am hoping that it's short because I'm gonna be editing me, you make it short. And yeah, that's literally it. I will talk to you guys later. If you like this video, please leave a like, consider subscribing. That's it. I have nothing else to say, so bye.